Welcome to Silicon Valley Nonprofits, a service of KMVT Community Media. I'm Bev Lanahan, your host. Today our guests are Hung Wei, Vice President of Development, and Loy Mo, President of the Fremont Union High Schools Foundation. Thank you both for coming today.
Thank you, Bev, for having us.
Thank you for having us,
Very
Bev.
nice to be able to chat with you for a few minutes about the High Schools Foundation. Well, I want to start with, why is it so important for school districts today, particularly the one in which you work, to have foundations? Why is that so important?
You know, public education, I believe, is the best equalizer in the community, and, you know, give kids opportunities to achieve. And I know we have public funding, but it's always not enough. We want to emphasize not just more academics, but extracurricular activities, you know, parent universities, student mental health issues. So the money we raise from the high school foundation would benefit all students in our 5 high schools, and it's so important.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of 5 high schools, what high schools in the Fremont Union High School District do you actually cover, Loy?
Yes, in Sunnyvale, we support Fremont High School and Homestead High School. And in Cupertino, we have Cupertino High School and Monte Vista High School. And Lynbrook High School is the 5th high school, which happens to be in San Jose. So the school district actually encompasses most of Sunnyvale and Cupertino, plus 3 other cities. San Jose, Santa Clara, Los Altos, and yeah.
That's a lot of need to work on.
Yes, we support 11,000 plus students.
And as I understand, the way the tax base works in California, you would think that one of the more affluent areas that you function in would have a high tax return for these kinds of extracurricular activities. But that's not the case, is it, Hung? What happens?
Well, we always say that California school funding is below the national average. And our 11,000 students are so diverse and talented. We want to culture their academic achievement, but also, you know, develop their social skills and their extracurricular in music, in arts. So that takes a lot of money, which the public education really could not provide. And so parents and community members, like we don't have kids in schools anymore. I mean, my youngest graduated 2008, but we care about public education. So current parents are our major sponsors, but we also have a lot of community members like us who just care about public education.
It is important. Well, as I understand the way the tax funding works from the state, you don't get the commensurate amount that you might, that the way the distribution goes. So that means that there's even less money to work with, and why the foundation is even more important in a district like yours. So give us an example of the kinds of programs that the foundation's been able to fund.
Yeah, there are 3 major areas that the foundation focuses on. One is career readiness, including college readiness. And for example, we fund Navian's program, which is available to all 11,000 plus students, that helps them do college research, career, self-awareness testing, that really prepares them for post-secondary life. The second area is student health and wellness. You know, stress has been a problem, and wellness of our students is really, really important. And then the third area is academic enrichment. So we support robotics clubs at all 5 high schools, athletics, visual and performing arts, as well as STEM classes at each high school.
I'm familiar with that robotics group. They're a powerful bunch. They do good work. Well, speaking of all that, we have a short video that we'd like to play and just give our viewers an example of the kind of work that you do. So let's watch.
Because of Naviance, I've been able to find more colleges than I knew about, and even found some great matches. Thanks, Foundation.
Printing a student newspaper costs a lot, but the Foundation's generosity has given our class a blank canvas to air our voices.
The money from the foundation helps me, a pursuing actress, as well as many others, have the necessary tools to create one magical show.
I've gained a lot of knowledge about engineering and technology, and built my confidence and leadership skills through robotics.
Robotics rocks!
The foundation made it possible to have a world-class conductor direct choir members from all our schools.
The Foundation's generosity helps our teams buy new and better athletic equipment. The art showcase really helped validate my art, so I can feel more confident in my creativity and my identity as an artist.
STEM was such a great and educational experience for me in 9th grade that I continue to do research and help other students explore their interest in STEM. Thanks, Foundation.
Well, it's really nice to know all of the areas you cover. I'm sure we didn't get to cover them all, but it gives us, our viewers, a good overview. Well, Hung, I'd like to just direct this question to you. You've been a community leader for a long, long time. What has kept you, even when your kids are not there, so involved with the high school's foundation, and what are your priorities right now?
You know, you just saw our students in action, and how can we not support them? They are our future, and they are so, you know, they strive to do so well in everything they do, and our job is to help them to succeed. And you know, the first nonprofit that I joined is the High School Foundation in 2004, and I just believe that if we can plant seeds in the future of our students, then we'll have a better future. You know, they could be President of the United States of America one day, and they could be driving a car when we get old. They can be driving our, you know, following our plans. So every child that we help is the seed that we plant in the community, in the society, that makes our world a better place. So it's just, it's my passion, but I'm hoping that it's everybody's passion, you know. So yeah, and we have a lot of passionate, I call it heroes of public education, that they are board members of the High School Foundation. They're also, you know, sponsors. And here I would like to advocate not just for the Fremont Union High Schools Foundation. I'm sure every viewer lives in a school district, in a public education school district. Please help your public education in your area.
Well said. Well, Loy, I know in particular all the board functions as volunteers, and you have probably committees. How can people help if they do live in the district area?
There are a lot of opportunities to help. First, to volunteer to be a board member. We're looking for people who have the time, the talent, and the resources, and feel passionate about public education, feel passionate about making a difference in the life of a high school student. You can also volunteer in many ways, whether it's back office operations or being involved in our fundraising efforts, reaching out to various organizations, corporations, sponsorships, and helping with our upcoming spring event. In fact, Hung is a co-chair of that spring event coming up on March 29th.
Oh, good. Well, speak briefly about that, Hung.
We call it Spring Fling. We like it to be a fun, celebratory event, and we'll have student performances. We're going to showcase our arts that's made by the students, and we're going to showcase our school constructions, and we'll have good food, and of course we have silent auctions, live auctions, and dancing and casino night. So just a great time for people to get together, have fun, and support the students.
If I may add, it's also a time to recognize all the different community members who've helped our schools over many, many years. The foundation itself is 35 years old.
Wonderful.
And we want to recognize all the donors, the previous board members, the founders of the foundation, the people who had the vision to start this many years ago, and the legacy they've left us so that we can continue to do this.
Stopping to celebrate is really important, isn't it? To keep everybody motivated and remind us where we've come from and how important the work is.
Yes, and we've had so many alumni now that it's their turn to give back to the schools.
Well, that too.
And as VP of Development, another goal of mine actually is to help local business thrive too. I mean, when they support the foundation, they support the student parents, and we support them. So I believe it's great to raise everyone up, and so that we can support each other.
When we do that in our communities, everybody wins, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I think that's why people who don't have kids in school anymore want to stay involved. They want to stay involved because they see that benefit of keeping everybody at a higher level of achievement and involvement, for sure. So thank you. I want to also have our viewers know how they can get a hold of you and how they can become involved with the Fremont Union High Schools Foundation.
Yes, there's a lot of information on our website. That's FUHS, which means Fremont Union High Schools Foundation.org.
So the word foundation spelled out. Right?
Correct. FUHS foundation.org.
Well, that's good. So maybe before we close, you might mention a student or one of the programs where you've been passionately involved and you know it makes a difference. Do you have one you could talk about?
Well, the Naviance is something that I'm really proud of because it benefits every student in all 5 high schools. And
it's a software program, right?
It is an online platform where students log in. They can do research about colleges, about careers. They can do a self-awareness test and help them with the whole process of thinking about their future, what they want to do next. And that's the role of the foundation, is to help empower things that are happening beyond what's going on at the schools, because there are other groups that are helping that area. But in the foundation, we have a bigger picture, and we want to be able to fund things that would provide equity and access to all our 11,000 students.
So it's a common platform.
Yes.
And it also, as you say, provides the structure for them to get involved as they can and learn.
Yeah, and simplifies the whole college application process, which is a very can be complicated and also
daunting.
Stressful. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. We want to help relieve that as much as we can. That's for sure.
Yes, and families in this area especially really care about what's happening next after high school.
Well, we also know that the community supports the high school district. We talked about the businesses a little bit, but I imagine the service groups in the community help support what you're doing too. How do you have partnerships with some of those folks?
Well, I am a very active member with Cupertino Rotary, so I know we do a lot of projects with the Fremont Union High School District. We help with teacher mini grants. We help with students going to De Anza College, the career technical education, and we help elementary school students with we have Dr. Seuss reading days and kids fishing days. So planting gardens. So there are a lot of, actually both school districts are a partnership of almost all the nonprofits in our area. West Valley Community Services, they serve families and children in need. And we have students and families in our school district that are in need. So we work with West Valley Community Services to help these families thrive. So a lot of collaboration between nonprofits and high school district and elementary school district.
I think that's the glue, and I know both of you are quite involved in making sure that that glue is robust and vibrant and continues for our students. I want to thank you both so very much for the work you do and wish you all good fortune. Tell us the date again for the Spring Fling.
March 29th, Friday at De Anza College Student Center from 6 to 10 p.m.
Good. Well,
and come join us.
I'm sure there'll be more on your website about it, and people can get their tickets there.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, you're so welcome.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
Yeah.